Of course, I look confused. The phenomenon of global warming has brought confusion. The people have been confused. The scientists, the magicians, the rainmakers, the women, the children, the traditional leaders, the religious leaders, and indeed the political leaders have all been confused. Confused by the state of affairs and happenings of the day. In Africa, old men and women have washed their hands, been wiped and dried up by the surprise of the day. They do not know what they did or how they will solve the problems. Every day, I see people running from north to south, east to west, searching for food, shelter, clothing, clean drinking water, fresh breathing air, and indeed quality education. In my country, all these are as far as heaven to earth. The government say, the church say, only God knows. So what shall we do? I bet we too don't know. Maybe someone has a story. So I stand quiet and I hear this voice speaking from the deep. It was Mother Earth, and it said to me, quiet and listen. With or without a question, the negligence of this generation will allow the storm to sweep, sweeping all my natural resources, including the oceans. It is for this matter that I cry to this generation to save me. At that moment, I stood still, listening and contemplating about those words spoken to me by Mother Earth. I was taken into the future generation. It was on a Saturday morning, and the birds were no longer singing their beautiful melodies. There was no more wildlife. The air was so thick and the water was so dense. I looked around, I could hear nothing but the sounds and the cries of the mourners. There was no wildlife. I saw skinned animals and diseased children. Asking, I was told they were cries with different sounds caused by global warming and the environmental pollution of the previous generation. At that moment, a wave of shame ran down my spine. I did not know what to do because I knew I was responsible. I could not face them, the troubled faces of men and women. I stepped back. I looked down and I said, I am sorry to the future generations because I belong to that previous generation that saw global warming roar like a lion. We heard it roar like an eagle, and we definitely knew it was going to land on an innocent generation, but still did nothing. They looked at me. Of course, sorry was not enough, so I had to walk away, face to face with reality. I vowed I would speak for Mother Earth. I vowed I would wait for the environment. I vowed my voice would speak for the environment. But Mother Earth was still standing there looking at me and said, no ways. How do you plan to do that? This generation has eyes to hear, eyes to see, and ears to hear, but no understanding to perceive. Look at how they are destroying me. They are in a hurry to develop their economies. They are in a hurry to make fast money. Who are you to stop them? And I said, hold on, don't you give up, Mother Earth. I'll speak to them. I'll tell these people to change their attitudes. I'll tell them to take care of the environment. I'll tell them that their lives depend on Mother Earth. It is for this matter that I stand here, all the way from the deepest part of Africa, Zambia, just to educate by presenting this beautiful poem. To the youth, I say, rise up and stand up. Your time to lead is now. We've got to fight climate change and global warming. Remember, we'll be answerable to the future generation, and God shall be the judge. Thank you.